Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Kumar. I grew up in San Dimas, California. It's about an hour away from UCLA. I graduated in 2019 and my major was molecular cell developmental bio. So I think one thing is that it's very research driven. So it's a very new field and it's a very up and coming field. So some of the scientific papers we would read in class had literally been published like a month before. So everything in class was constantly changing, curriculum was changing as we were learning it, which I thought was really cool and exciting because we really got to learn like what is the newest things happening in our field. But it was also a lot because it's not like there's a textbook with all your information in it. You were constantly like, oh, everything you know is being rewritten as we go. So I think that is a really unique and exciting part of the MCDB major. As for the challenging part of the major, I think it's when you go to the molecular or cellular level, you're going to a part that you can't physically see with your eyes. It's something that you have to really learn to visualize because it's not something that you can just like observe, maybe under like super strong microscopes. So when you're studying and stuff, you can't really do that. So I think one part is just really trying to understand all those little details and kind of visualize how they work together. It's a very detail-oriented major. There's a lot of small things, little cell components, proteins that you have to memorize to really understand and get the whole picture. So I think that would be the most challenging part, just being able to get all the details down. I think with most majors and whatnot, office hours, whether it be your TA or your professor, they're really there to help you, and the MCDB professors and the TAs have always been really great. I've never had like bad experiences with them. They're willing to help you, sit you down with like private office hours if necessary. And outside of that, I would definitely talk to upperclassmen in the MCDB major. They will give you kind of a rundown of like which classes to take and when to take them, because sometimes the order matters because some classes are harder or easier than others. So having one behind your belt is always good. If so, like not doubling up on too many MCDB classes during any one quarter, because since they are so detail oriented and so heavy with content, it can be overwhelming to take even more than 2 in one quarter. So as an MCDB major, you can get involved in a lot of research. So a lot of people will go and look for more research-driven jobs after, and you're more than likely to get into any type of research position, entry level, if you did research at UCLA in an MCDB lab, because it's very wet lab driven and you'll get a lot of experience. Outside of that, if you're pre-med, you'll definitely be able to find other jobs, but depending on what activities you do at UCLA. But yeah, it's mainly, you'll be really well prepared for research-driven jobs. So a piece of advice I would definitely give someone who's entering this major is, if you are going into research, look into the research track of the MCDB major. It's a specific track meant for people going into MCDB research, where they can take less classes and focus more time on their research. So it allows you to have to take less MCDB classes and focus more on that research. So if you're trying to get published, if you want to devote more time and not worry too much about like not doing or not having enough time to study for your classes, that's a really, really cool research track that our school offers and that our major offers. So I think that's really exciting. Again, it's a really, really fun and up and coming major. I feel like if I was to redo the major now, I would be learning new information in the same classes just because things have changed so much, whether that be stem cell bio and all these other metabolism and disease, such really interesting and like new classes. But yeah, it's a really great major. You'll learn a lot of new things and be able to get involved in cool research if you want to. It's great if you're pre-med to do. And yeah, so thank you all for listening. Go Bruins!